Testing, 1, 2, 3. Do we have everything in order? The mobile is in order, laptop. And yes, we're ready to go. Hey everyone, James Nussbaumer of jamesnussbaumer.com, and I am the author of The Master of Everything, a story of mankind in the world of illusion we call life. On sale everywhere books are sold. Published by Ozark Mountain Publishing Company. I have to say that because I've got such a great relationship with those people at Ozark. But today, I want to talk about strategies for living of the heart. Someone had messaged me on Facebook and wanted to know, I try to live from the heart, but what do you mean by, I read a part in your book and about living from the heart, and anyways, I messaged her back, and I said, well, listen, let's talk about living of the heart rather than from the heart, of the heart, being the heart. So this is about strategies for living of the heart. If you don't live of the heart, you'll always be ruled by doubt and fear. As you do more of what you do not truly want to be doing, you're going to also discover more about what you ought to be doing differently. Think about it. I mean, you will begin seeing that you have a decision to make. Will you continue to do what you've always done, or will you make a shift and do more of what your heart really sings for you to do? The only way to make this shift is to not be afraid to leave your comfort zone. Boy, that's a hard one for all of us, isn't it? Leaving our comfort zone. The vision of freedom in the workplace, or even with working from home and in your personal life, is something people already know. It's carried internally in us, and it waits to be expressed. Only we know what's really going on inside of us about things like the workplace and our problems and situations at home. No one can tell us what's going on. We know the truth inside of us, don't we? Sure we do. And it does not come from the views of experts or specialists, and it's not dictated by leadership or authorities. Rather it comes from day-to-day experiences that people associate with being free-minded. When my friend Shirley sold her restaurant and got out of the restaurant business for good, leaving behind all the stress of the business overhead and long hours, and started writing articles and blogs about her passion for riding her Harley Davidson on the open road, her success sprouted. Yeah, Shirley, at age 51 years old, I believe she is. I know she's over 50. 51, riding a Harley and writing about it and making money. Isn't that something? But, so her success is really took off. But this video blog takes a look at the vision you need for inner freedom in your business and your personal life, the success you deserve from a vision that flourishes. Yes, I mean living your passion. Let's take a look at 2 strategies for living your passion. First of all, number 1, taking action by expressing your freedom. Freedom can never be gained. Why can it never be gained? Because it's nothing to be gained. It's already there for you. It is. It's part of the creation. Freedom can never be gained because you always have it. You were created free, but it can be impossible for you to perceive this if you see your body as all there is in being yourself. Your body is full of limits, okay? So if you look for freedom in a body, you are looking for it where it really does not exist. The mind can be made free when it no longer identifies itself as a body, firmly tied to it and sheltered as though the body is the master. The body is not your master. Shirley knew that writing about how riding her Harley is the music in her heart, that she would reach others who feel the same way about their own craft, their hobby, or their business, and that is true passion for themselves, rather than a ball and chain like the restaurant business was to Shirley. She is aware that being identified with the body, and she knows that when we're identified with the body, we feel vulnerable to outside influences that dictate and try to rule us, such as being stuck in the rut that often the world tries to tell us is normal. Many people feel afraid to live a bigger life by acting on their passion without approval. Imagine a goldfish trying to jump out of a smaller bowl that he's living in now into the bigger bowl that's right next to him. He doesn't ask for permission. The goldfish. He doesn't know what permission is. He knows that it's time to leave the small bowl and jump into the bigger bowl. Number 2, noticing doubt and fear without judging it. This is really important, everyone. In my book, The Master of Everything, A Story of Mankind and the World of Illusion We Call Life, right here, you know, you're going to read that why only noticing the doubts and fears in our lives that try to rule us will force the ego-based mind to settle down like a bratty child who knows he's being grounded. What I mean is, don't judge the doubts and the fears, those creepy feelings we have. Just notice them, that they're there, and let the ego kind of stammer around a little bit, because you're not upset. You're not passing any judgment. The ego in you is going to wonder, what's wrong? The ego will know that it's being grounded, like I said, like that bratty child. So by not judging our fears, we can more easily let go of placing blame and becoming defensive, and by turns begin living a life we truly want and deserve to live. The ego's help will only keep us in the vicious circle, the emotional roller coaster, until we decide simply to get off the insane ride right now, at this very moment. I mean, the ride keeps us always turning to the ego for peace and security, as though we're constantly asking the ego, hey man, I'm working so hard, but when is my success going to come through? And we keep repeating the same old mistakes over and over, round and round, thinking that that's the way it needs to be. We work longer hours, we keep pushing, and we get nowhere. The more we depend on the ego in this way, the more fearful we get. When my good friend was trying to put down the alcohol that so terribly consumed his life, his task at hand was more simply accomplished when he'd say to himself each day, he'd say it this way, he'd say, just for today, I won't take a drink. A Course in Miracles teaches us that if you were one with God and recognize this oneness, you would know His power is yours. That is so good. I've got to repeat that for you again. A Course in Miracles says, if you were one with God and recognize this oneness, you would know His power is yours. What does that mean? Well, if we don't realize our power and present abilities, such as our right-mindedness, which is that more trusting and optimistic, confident side, we simply will not advance in anything we pursue. We'll keep going around and around in that ego vicious circle. We must realize the opportunities we have in all areas of our lives, or at least realize the step that we're on now, at this moment, before we can move up to our real potential. We take action toward our potential by taking the next step and moving beyond fear. Everyone, let me quickly add that I have a system that I use to claim real abundance. It bypassed my fear a long time ago, and I am earning attractive income online that helps others get what they want. If you would like to find out more about this and research it, click on the description box, my jamesnussbaumer.com link that is in the description box. It will take you right to that page, and you can tool around and see what's there and investigate it. Hey everyone, I hope the holidays are going to be good for you. I hope this post made sense to you, and I appreciate you listening to me. God bless.